I'm Dave from HeyUGuys.co.uk, where today we're going to get an exclusive look around Pixar Studios. We'll get to see a bit more about Toy Story 3, what we can expect coming up over the next summer, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Check this out.
Andy's going to college. Can you believe it? What are you going to do with these old toys?
Okay, calm down, guys. Let's just keep this in perspective. Where's she taking us?
I should have seen this coming.
We'll be fine, Jesse.
Oh, I hate all this uncertainty!
New toys!
Buzz Lightyear, at your service.
Welcome to Sunnyside, folks. You'll find being donated was the best thing that ever happened to you.
May I? Ooh!
I loved animating Woody. And most of it has to do with just him as a personality. I think I identify more with him as a character, and I think also technique-wise, he's a softer, more of a plush type toy. So I just like the sensibilities with him.
Awesome. Yeah. Actually, one of the things I enjoyed animating most on this one was a bit of test animation I did with Rex, because he's so limited. Because he's mostly, working within those limitations with mostly the hip joint and the head just turns, he just kind of just turns around and does these very simple things. And as an animator, it's really exciting to actually work within those limitations because you have to come up with solutions that you might not normally think of.
Normally, a character like Lotso, because he's new, would be a lot of fun because you get to explore and develop his character. But what's hard about this film is you're also dealing with icons in Buzz and Woody and Jessie and all the other toys. So if you have a limited chance to animate, it's a really hard decision to decide. You have an opportunity to actually animate Buzz and Woody, and they're the characters that are responsible for this whole genre of computer animation that's huge now. And without them, who knows, if it ever would have came to be. So.
Can you guys talk about moving from animator to directing animator to supervisor? What's that transition been like for you guys?
Yeah, for me, I was an animator here, and on Cars was a direct animator on Toy Story 3 as a supervisor. And it's an interesting thing because as an animation lead, be it direct animator, supervisor, animator, you tend to animate a little less, but you tend to have a greater sphere of influence over the whole film, where you're there at the service of the animators and the service of the director to kind of help get the director's vision of what they want up on the screen. But because you get to go in and work with all the individual animators, kind of help them face the right direction where the director wants you to go. It's a different level of satisfaction. It's less about I created this one moment, and it's all mine. And it's more, I got everyone to move in this way, and it's just different.
Yeah, I spent a little bit of time, 3 or 4 years, teaching animation at a local school, and so for me, when I got a chance to be a lead, I got to kind of continue that teaching experience a little bit. So when we have new animators or younger animators and they need help kind of building that skill set, I enjoy that mentoring phase. And I also like, as a lead, you tend to get on the film before the rest of the crew, so you're learning a lot about the director, the film, the subtleties, the sensibilities, and so I like to kind of help share that information with the crew. It all plays into that kind of teaching aspect of it. And then, you get to work really close with the director, and he tends to depend on you in a way that is different than when you're an animator. So it's nice to have a closer relationship with the film.
On a character like the chatty phone, and I had one of them when I was growing up, so I love that character. There's the wear and tear that's on the actual phone itself. Does Fisher-Price give you a new one and then give you one that's 20 years old? And then how do you?
I don't know if we actually. I think we tracked one down. I don't know if it was someone's or we got it off eBay or something. But we had some old original ones. They might have been someone's personal phone too. Then some of it is just art, like how you think it would wear, and and whatnot. But you are trying, you know, our art department, and this is, I don't know if Bob Hawley's in on these, but that's a fantastic question for him. It's the production design, because they really are trying to create something that is believable, and also, I mean, with this Toy Story films, is relatable. I mean, the fact that you're sitting in the room going, I had one of those phones, and then our hope is when it does talk and it does move around, does do something, you go, that's exactly what I thought. I thought it would move and talk like that.
I don't think Fisher-Price supplied us with a worn-out one to use as reference. I think that's authentic research done from genuine, you know, 15, 20-year-old toys.
We all took hour-long shifts for 3 weeks and wore a new one out. Just 24 hours a day.
I knew it, you know.
Yes. You kind of come from different spots. I was able to animate on Toy Story 2, so I'd had some experience with the characters, and this was
my first time working with the characters, so it was definitely a precious opportunity, and there's actually probably a larger percentage of our department now that didn't work on a previous Toy Story film than did, so for a lot of us it was an amazing opportunity to work on them. I know for Lee, that'd be a great question for Lee, because there was a lot of pressure when we would show our work to John in seeking his kind of approval and acceptance to make sure that, oh gosh, I hope when he sees the animation all these people are doing that have never worked on these characters before, he feels like it still fits in the world, you know, and he did throughout the process. So that's definitely, there's a sense of accomplishment with that.
You know, we'll look at these films and we look at the Toy Story and we'll look at Toy Story 2, and you want to know what's been done and you want to respect what's been done, but you can't bind yourself to that, and you can't walk around being scared that you're going to mess it up. Right? You have to come onto this film and you have to make it your own. You don't want Woody to suddenly be so out of character it doesn't make sense. But if you don't, if all you're going to do is take pieces of what you've seen before work and kind of stitch them together, you're going to have a performance that's not sincere and doesn't actually work. So everyone that worked on this film had to, yes, love and respect everything that came before, but if they didn't own it themselves, and they didn't insert a little bit of their own opinion and make it new and kind of move it forward, it wouldn't have worked.
Yep,
so there's a balance there.
You know, there's a world that's been created that's the Toy Story world, and a lot of that, you know, a large percentage of that was based on rules from previous films that were more technological limitations or hurdles that we couldn't overcome at that time, and kind of set up rules and boundaries. And now those technological limitations no longer apply, and once you remove those, you can explore the world a little bit more. But like Bobby said, you also have to respect where you're coming from, and you can't just take a new direction.
Who's Velocistar 237?
Oh, that's just a dinosaur toy down the street. That's nothing. Let me just take care of that. Just a dinosaur.
Ken, we got guests.
So, who's ready for Ken's dream tour?
Let's show our new friends where they'll be staying.
Folks, if you want to step right this way. Hi, I'm Ken.
Barbie.
Love your leg warmers.
Nice ass cut. We can have a whole new life here, Woody.
We're Andy's toys. Hey, what do you guys think of the new recruits? Any keepers?
Oh, please.
That space guy. He could be useful.
Oh, I want to get played with.
Rex, they just love new toys now, don't they?
Oh, it was cold and dark. Nothing but sand and a couple of Lincoln logs.
I don't think those were Lincoln logs.
You got a play date with Destiny.
He's looking for us. And he's looking for us.
Listen up. We're busting out of here.
Woody's no ordinary toy. He's brave.
We gotta get you home before Andy leaves tomorrow.
But the thing that makes Woody special is he'll never give up on you. Ever.
Hello?
You and your friends ain't ever getting out of here.
And what's important now is we stay together.
They'll never make it!
Where's Potato Head?
You would not believe what I've been through tonight.